Welcome, stoners and stonettes of YouTube. Today I'm bringing you a special edition of something I would like to call my fireside chats. And in my fireside chats, they're going to be special, and we're going to be talking about topics of the day and how they relate to marijuana. So we're going to have to be smoking something a little bit special, not just your everyday indica or sativa or anything like that. Or I'm always going to be bringing you during the fireside chats some hash or at the very least kief, which is what I have today. I've been saving this kief up for about a week or so. So I've made a nice little bowl here. And in case y'all don't know, today is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Very important. He's a very important man. In fact, of all the people I would like to sit down and smoke a bowl with, it would go Jesus Christ, the Buddha, Martin Luther King Jr., and Maynard James Keenan O'Toole, and Willie Nelson. That would be it. That would be like my ultimate stoner dream of having a chance to sit down and smoke with those people. But anyways, I digress. To the modern day prophet of Martin Luther King Jr. and what he might say about marijuana today. Now, I'm not saying the man would advocate getting high or anything like that or drinking, but as far as the ramifications of our modern day war on drugs goes, what I believe he would say. One of the very first quotes that stick out in my mind from him is, in any civilized society, it is every citizen's responsibility to obey just laws. But at the same time, it is every citizen's responsibility to disobey unjust laws. Now, there is no doubt that marijuana laws and drug laws in general have been disproportionately qualified to people of color rather than people of white. I've seen this myself. I've gone through the system in several states. I have absolutely no record, but I've been arrested in several states for marijuana possession, and I've been able to have it all expunged. And I'm pretty sure in the deep south where this happened, it was because of my skin color. Because I saw other people in the court system going through the exact same thing I did and not have the same outcome. And that's just, I felt guilty for being able to get free as easy as I have. But back to the topic at hand. I believe Dr. King would be strongly on favor of legalization on just the grounds of it being disproportionately applied to people of color rather than everybody. If you cannot apply a law to everybody, it's no law. And I'm sorry, that's just the way it is. If it's not applied to everybody equally, then everybody has a responsibility to break that law until it is applied to everybody equally. If it can't be applied to everybody equally, then that action needs to be legal. Another point I'd like to make is how people with disabilities are treated under medical marijuana laws federally. In Washington, D.C., where I live, I'm a person with a disability. I cannot qualify for public housing in D.C. because it's a federally run program because of what I smoke here for my disability. My doctors have said I needed a medication, and I think it was 96 that the disability rights was signed into law. If a doctor says I need a medication and I'm taking my medication, the federal government should not say that, no, you can't have this medication. And if you have this medication, you're going to lose your housing. And that's pretty much what it is. So I'm really lucky to not have to worry about my housing situation because of marijuana. A lot of people in D.C. do. And then that's the crazy thing. You can smoke in your house. You can grow plants in your house. But what do you do when you don't own your own house? When you live in an apartment, who has some kind of tenant clause in it, which may or may not exactly be legal. Someone's going to eventually have to challenge it, saying that you cannot smoke marijuana in your apartment. But if you're a person with a disability, that's blatant discrimination. And blatant, it's just wrong to say that, no, you can't have your medicine because we think your medicine is wrong or whatever. So that's where I believe Dr. King would fall down on that. So on this fireside chat, I would like to dedicate this bowl of kief, which I have saved up, to Dr. King and what he stood for. He's a modern day prophet. There's not a thing that that could be said that could venerate the man enough. So, to Dr. King. Yep. I appreciate everything you did for us. I think everybody take a moment of silence right now, and we will appreciate Dr. King together. Thank you. Now, you stoners and stonettes out there on YouTube, keep it beautiful and stay stoned.